filtering shields.
In 2025, television isn't just TV, it's a battlefield of emotions and ideas. Worlds collide, loyalties fracture, and destiny isn't something you inherit. It's something you fight for. Welcome to CinemaSouls, where stories aren't just stories, they're reflections of our own battles, dreams, and scars. Tonight, let's journey through 10 must-watch TV series of 2025, not as spectators, but as travelers through their worlds. Number 10. The Librarians, the next chapter.
There is no such thing as lost souls.
The story follows Vikram Chamberlain, a time-traveling librarian ripped from his own era and stranded in ours. Returning to his former castle, now reduced to a museum exhibit, he makes one fateful mistake. He unleashes magic across the continent. Here's where things get interesting. Ancient threats long forgotten begin to awaken. Assigned to clean up the chaos, Vikram assembles a fresh team of librarians, unlikely heroes who must chase runaway spells through hidden realms and secret societies. But beneath the swashbuckling adventure lies a truth. Knowledge can heal or destroy depending on the hands that wield it. The show's 12 episodes invite us to ask, what forgotten power have we set loose in our own lives, and do we have the courage to set it right? Number 9.
My name is Yumiko, and I've been bad.
In a pristine boarding school where power is currency, appearances can be deadlier than any blade. Yumiko, a transfer student from Japan, crashes into this carefully curated world armed with fearless gambling skills and a secret agenda. The story explores revenge and the intoxicating thrill of risk. As she challenges the ruling student council, every wager becomes psychological warfare, every smirk a calculated trap. Her battles expose hidden agendas and fragile egos, reminding us how fragile systems of control really are. Watching Bet is like peering into the moment you upend the status quo in your own life. The moment you bet everything on truth, knowing it could cost you everything. Number 8. Duster. Created by J.J. Abrams and LaToya Morgan.
How do you feel about violence? I'd be lying if I said the work I do doesn't go upside down sometimes.
Duster slams us into the dusty highways of the American Southwest in 1972. Na, the first black female FBI agent, teams up with Gutsy, a talented getaway driver, to dismantle Ezra Saxton's ruthless criminal empire. The series balances roaring engines with moral tension. What happens when the law doesn't play fair, but neither does survival? Each of its 8 episodes is a collision of grit and gasoline, courage and compromise. And as Na and Gutsy weave through betrayals and bullets, Duster whispers a timeless lesson. Real bravery isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing the hard road even when the odds burn hotter than the desert sun. Number 7. Medusa. Barbara Hidalgo survives a murder attempt. But survival is just Act 1. As CEO of Medusa, she steps into a web of family betrayal so dense that every dinner conversation feels like a battlefield. Desire, loyalty, and wealth clash in a suspense thriller starring Hannah A. Costa, Manolo Cardona, Sebastian Martinez, and Adriana Arago. The show delves into the darker side of power. How money can turn love into leverage and family into adversaries. Watching Medusa is like staring at the cracks in our own closest relationships. The secrets we bury, the ambition we don't admit, and the question of what we'd sacrifice to hold our place in the world. Number 6. KO. A former MMA fighter steps into the cage one last time, and tragedy strikes. His accidental killing of a rival leaves him broken and desperate for redemption. To make amends, he's sent on a perilous mission, find the rival's missing son. His search drags him through the criminal underworld of Marseille, where fists aren't the only weapons and redemption comes with a price. The story explores courage and atonement, reminding us that facing our past isn't about erasing mistakes but transforming them into something that might save another life. Number 5. Murderbot.
security unit, or sec unit. I was built to protect and obey humans, and humans are idiots.
A self-aware security android, sarcastically nicknamed Murderbot, hacks its own governor module and suddenly, freedom. Free to choose, free to watch soap operas in secret, and free to question everything. Based on the Murderbot diaries and directed by Chris and Paul Weitz, this science fiction action comedy is as witty as it is profound. Murderbot despises human emotions, yet finds itself drawn to the very people it was built to protect. The story explores individuality, free will, and the strange intimacy of human-android connections. Here's where things get interesting. In between explosions and deadpan humor, Murderbot's search for meaning mirrors our own. What do we do when the rules fall away, and only choice remains? Number 4. Sirens. Dark comedy sharp enough to leave scars. Sirens is based on Molly Smith's 2011 play and dives into influence, class, and identity. Devon DeWitt grows suspicious of her sister Simone's magnetic new manager, Michaela, an aristocrat whose charm borders on cult-like control. When Devon steps closer, she's swept into Michaela's glittering world of luxury and deceit. The show is sharp, stylish, and wickedly funny, reminding us how easily influence can seduce even the strongest among us. Haven't we all faced that moment when the glamorous option looked irresistible, until we saw the price tag on our integrity? Number 3. Long Bright River. 3 women dead.
Over the past several days, 3 females have been found dead.
A Philadelphia neighborhood gripped by fear. Mickey, played by Amanda Seyfried, patrols these streets she knows too well. Her estranged sister, Casey, battles addiction and may be linked to the murders. This crime drama, adapted from Liz Moore's acclaimed novel, isn't just about solving murders. It's about confronting the fractures in family and community. As Mickey searches for the killer, she's forced to face her own past and the complicated love that binds and breaks siblings. Long Bright River doesn't just entertain. It holds a mirror to the opioid crisis and the quiet heroism of those who keep loving when love feels impossible. Number 2. The Wheel of Time, Season 3.
The world is changing.
The White Tower is crumbling from within. Rand al'Thor, the Dragon Reborn, journeys to all waste, while the Forsaken gather power. This season adapts The Shadow Rising, expanding Robert Jordan's universe into Tancho, Ruadian, and the familiar Two Rivers. The story explores prophecy, choice, and sacrifice. Heroes are forged not by destiny alone, but by the decisions they dare to make. Longtime fans call this the most breathtaking season yet. And just when you think you understand who the savior is, you realize every choice carries a shadow. Number 1. The Leopard.
There's an army on its way, whether you believe it or not.
That's enough. And our vanity, you see, is more powerful.
Mid-19th century Sicily's political and cultural upheaval, Don Fabrizio Corbera, Prince of Salina, watches his noble family's power fade. Directed by Tom Shankland, this 6-part adaptation of Giuseppe Tomasi di Lampedusa's classic novel is a lavish visual feast, golden halls, sweeping vistas, and whispered conspiracies. But beneath the glitter is a meditation on vanity, impermanence, and human change. The story reminds us that every era believes its power is eternal, until history moves on. The Leopard doesn't just recreate a time, it makes us feel the ache of watching something beloved slip away, and the bittersweet beauty of accepting change. 10 series. 10 mirrors held up to our lives. 2025 isn't just offering shows, it's offering chances to feel, to question, to dream. Which story tugged hardest at your soul? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your words might spark someone else's journey. And if you crave more cinematic adventures that challenge and inspire, subscribe and stay with CinemaSouls, where stories don't just entertain, they transform. Until next time, stay soulful, stay cinematic.